And we're back. I'm the comfortably warm Pixel Doctor.
I am Fexic going for a spin.
And I'm in a bit of a bind deadlock.
Yes, no, so Delic already told us his quarrels, but tell us again.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
You're just gonna make my accuracy even worse with this freaking paralysis stuff. Okay, yeah, but this thing also knows Peck, and the one thing that can status it... Okay, stop with the sand attacks, please. Okay, you know what? Fine, continue. Continue with your stupid sand attacks. But this thing has also Peck, which would be disastrous for my fighting grass type.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
So let's intimidate it one more time, and let's go with the last one. Wow, this thing really loves sand attack all of a sudden. Okay, so I got 2 great balls left. Two.
I don't have any hard skills, but at least I know you're here.
It is in the bag.
Alright,
Nice.
which means Delic is going to have a tragic suffering later.
I am going to have it later. I don't know when, but now I need to name the steel bird.
Oh, okay, this is the Fossil Maniac's place. Oh, I'll take that, thank you. Gave me dig. Hello? Wow, this is a big tunnel.
What about right, Deadlock?
Huh?
Are airplanes not the original steel birds?
I see what you're doing here. I understand the idea, but...
You can also go with Boeing. I think we're at a 10-character limit.
Maybe not Boeing.
Yeah, let's not... I mean, to be fair, I was actually already kind of going down a similar direction.
Well, since we have a 10-character limit, even with the space, you can call it Red Baron.
I'm thinking Mori.
Mori?
Well, Scar Mori. Or like, as in like Memento Mori.
I don't know how that applies to a Skarmory, though.
Scar Mori.
No, I get that, but how does Memento Mori apply to that? Memento Mori is the dance of skeletons.
It's also Latin for in loving memory.
As in, I foresee disaster ahead.
Oh yeah, then by all means, just typecast it with a name.
Yeah, there you go. That was
like
doomed to fail.
Yeah, like if you're gonna go ahead and doom it by naming it that, I'm not gonna stop you.
God forbid you let me get a few point advantage.
You're the one who was saying, you are also going along with that idea of thinking, so don't even say you have no part in this.
I didn't say I didn't. I'm just making a point.
But you know what? I would love for it to defy all expectations.
Delic, my Meryl has huge power, so there you go.
Okay, I can be wrong.
It is viable.
Oh, this
So
dog.
I have plenty of flying type competition now.
Let's... Hey. Huge power... Oh, hardy nature. Okay, I think that's... Is that defense plus attack down?
Wait, Hardy?
Yeah, I have...
I think that's neutral nature. I think that's neutral.
Yeah, I think Hardy's a blank.
Oh, it is neutral. Alright, you know what? I'll take that for Meryl. That's actually not bad.
I mean, it's also relatively bulky, so not having a negative in those stats is actually pretty nice.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll take that. I mean, the only good thing I could get out of it was lowering the special attack. And then raising any other stat, pretty much, except for speed.
It's also worth noting that the hidden items in this route are very easy to spot.
I do want to... You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to move the coughing into my party to kind of absorb some of the XP, because as a backup, I do want to have it.
Yeah, once Pucciana evolves, that's what I was fitting to do.
Oh, that's disgusting for me. That's a ball toy. I don't like seeing that. That's a ball toy and a coughing also.
Oh, you're fighting that guy.
Coughing actually, coughing has actually a pretty deep shade of purple that I can honestly respect.
No, this sprite for it is a lot darker than its usual colors.
And I'm all for that. I actually kind of like it.
It's actually kind of close to Chris's color scheme for his Discord emblem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his is a little more vibrant. But I do just like how the darker theming of it goes for it.
I mean, it's vibrant in the middle, but as it goes out, it gets darker.
Yeah.
Oh, you
please
little
tell me this
bastard.
Please tell me smog isn't just guaranteed poison.
It is not. I think it's like a 10 to 30% chance.
Well, it poisoned me anyway, so screw me.
Well, that's
Yeah,
how
I'm
it goes
fucking
in these
with
games. I mean, to be fair, you literally just named your Pokemon after a disaster.
That wasn't the Pokemon that got it, though.
It doesn't matter. You brought misfortune upon your team by catching that Pokemon in the first place.
I was gonna say, like, you brought Absol's curse upon yourself before you even found one.
This is gonna be fun.
You
Yeah,
did
you'll
to
be
yourself,
fine.
and you did to yourself, and I will not hear any complaining. I
Why are you
forget.
do
still
remember who
smogging
you're
my
talking to, right?
bird? Why are you... You know, I'm almost wondering if I should be going mono bird at this point.
I don't know if it's worth it in a Nuzlocke.
I mean, I basically have 4 of them at this point. Maybe 5 if you want to count Flygon.
How come
Flygon-
you
Get to
don't?
that point.
Flygon's not exactly a bird per se, but I guess if you were someone that,
Close enough.
I guess
Oh.
if you
It's
didn't.
really not, though.
Well, you know what? If you're explaining it to a caveman, I could see a caveman seeing a dragon as a bird. You know what?
Okay, but we're not. All the cavemen are dead, and it's very clearly a bug.
I don't know. Have you been online? There's some Unga Bungas on there.
What are you talking about? It's not bug type.
It's not a bird either.
This is one of the dumbest conversations we've had.
Like, who looks at Flygon and goes, "Yep, that looks like a bird"?
A child,
I look at
perhaps.
Skarmory.
All right, I am on the route before before Meteor Falls, and it's a Viper. That could be worse.
So
That could be
Viper's
worse.
actually not a bad one.
I would have preferred a Swablu, but I'll take a Viper.
Viper's not bad.
No, it's not great, but it's not awful. Now my question is, what do I hit it with? Probably, you know what? Let's go with Tackle. That should be fine. Yeah. I was debating on using
because I know you can't get Zangoose.
Yeah, so Viper,
Pretty sure you can.
Swablu. I think Lombre or Lotad also appears on here. That or Nuzleaf. I think one of the two shows up. Like I said, Viper's not great, but it's not terrible, so I don't mind this catch.
This is also the only place you can ever get as a Viper, so if
So
there's ever time to get it.
well, it's not exactly a must-get Pokemon. But Poison Tail's not a terrible move, so... Especially when
There we go.
physical poison attacks in general are not the greatest. I'll take
Yeah,
one.
there we go. Well, when all else fails, Viper will come in clutch as the sweep hitter.
You never
I
know.
would love to see that happen.
You almost did it with the Bellsprout. I mean, you never know who the underdog will be in a story
You never
like this.
do. I was so sad for that Bellsprout. I honestly want another Bellsprout just to take it all the way.
Because Victory Bell's not overly bad.
No.
It's not either. But like the fact that it almost won against the Bug Gym of all things.
I can't think of anything. I'm just naming it Clang.
Cool.
That's the first thing that comes to my head is usually what I go with. Let's see, what do we got here? Hello. Oh, you're the person from the... A Lotad doll, thanks. I have no use for this. Appreciate it, though.
Oh, what'd you meet Lynette?
Yeah,
Oh my.
I wouldn't mind having a Lotad plush. It's a silly little guy.
That could be cute.
I keep thinking that there are channels that on YouTube that for their shorts they'll do like which one's the real Pokemon, and occasionally there's one for Lotad. Off the top of your head, does Lotad have 4 or 6 legs? Off the top of your head, what do you?
6.
Okay.
4.
Chris is correct. Chris is correct. I apparently tried to say correct and right at the same time. It is 6. Yeah, see, I always remember it having 4, but it is 6.
And now I deal
Yeah,
with
'cause-
the Spinda onslaught.
Yeah, because I saw a thing years and years ago where it was like this little flash animation of a Lotad like floating where just its lily pad part was above the water, but there was a Swellow overhead that was wise to that, like that knew that that's what Lotad did. So this particular Lotad flipped over and made its six stubby little legs open and close like a different kind of flower, and the Swellow left it alone.
Interesting.
I thought she's smart.
Yeah, when you have a memory like that, it makes certain details easier to remember.
But
Also
it's
true.
honestly also kind of technically making itself even more exposed by doing that, but it just throws it off.
I mean, there are animals that literally just give up and lie dead. You can't get much more exposed than that.
Hell, possum really commits to the bit. They go into an actual near-death coma. They get so stressed.
Hognoses, the snakes, for those unfamiliar, go into a whole little performance before they roll over and die. Well, quote-unquote die.
Before they throw in the towel.
Cute little things, because they're very small.
Oh yeah.
Forget what animal it was, but apparently it has a rear end that it's like very resilient, so predators can't actually tackle it.
Yeah.
Wombat.
And, thank you. It basically just runs into its den with its rear sticking out, and if the predator wants to try to get around it, it essentially just crushes it against the roof of its den with its rear.
Uh-huh. There are actually a lot of Australians who have had their front ends totaled by wombat butts.
It's a crazy defense, truly.
Of all the things you would think of, not that.
No, the wombat did, though. I think the wombat is smarter than the rest of us.
Well, that and most animals with an Australian area code have some way to put a person on a shirt.
Well, thankfully wombats are friendly enough for the most part.
Dude, you want friendly, I would advise you look at quokkas.
I would say capybaras. Either way.
Oh,
Yeah, those are the
capybaras
most-
are just... Yeah, capybaras are chill, for sure, but quokkas are just some happy-looking motherfuckers.
They do always look pretty happy with themselves. I have a potion, I might as well use it. Oh, never mind. I'm almost to Meteor Falls, but I'm trying to get this EXP against some of these trainers first. Just funnel it into the coughing.
I've definitely fallen behind at this point.
I would really like Surf
Oh.
or some sort of water move right now just to give to Gyarados. I know it wouldn't be the most useful, but just having it would be nice.
Well,
Which
Surf
game
is all
involves an
fine and
18,
dandy
right?
up until you have a double battle.
It's fine here because double battles don't hit your teammate in this game.
I'm pretty sure it still does.
No, I think Zach's right. I think this was before that.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Gen 4 is when they fixed that. I think it was a bug in because since this was the first double battles game, there are certain moves. I think like Explosion and Earthquake hit your teammate, but I don't think Surf does.
Well, Muddy Water does it, I know, but
I'm pretty sure Surf doesn't either.
Yeah, I think Surf was one of those ones where it just hit the two people on the opposing team.
I mean, I don't have a way to test that right now anyway, but if I get a second, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I remember that too, but it could just be Mandela effect. I don't know.
It could be. Some people have a Mandela effect of remember Pikachu having black on the tip of its tail. And I don't. Yeah, Pikachu.
Oh, Pikachu. Yeah, no, it always had brown at the base of the tail.
Yeah, but it never had black at the tip.
No.
Not until the 6th generation.
What?
And even then, it was only just the one.
Yeah, cosplay Pikachu.
Oh, I don't remember any of the details of the Pikachu themselves. I remember the outfits.
Yeah, well, that Pikachu specifically had a black tipped tail.
Which one was that one?
The
Was it-
cosplay Pikachu.
Oh, I thought it was like a specific cosplay that gave it the black tip.
Well, no, it cosplay Pikachu changes between all the forms however you want, but only that Pikachu can, and that Pikachu has a black tail.
Gotcha,
yeah, which is
gotcha.
consistent across all of its cosplays.
You know, one thing that I miss, but also kind of annoyed me, from Gen 6?
Yeah.
The fur customization, because you could give them little haircuts and everything, but they would reset after a certain amount of time.
Oh yeah.
It was like
That
a nice
annoys
thing.
me so much.
Yeah, it was like, why? Which, by the way, I love the idea of customizing Pokemon. That's in my script, and I brought this up to several people. But
The thing that annoys me more about that is that the fact that it has to go back to its form after a couple of days is just extra coding work. They didn't have to do that. They put more work to make it more awful for you, the player.
yeah, I can't think of any justification coding-wise to have that be said otherwise.
Having it unchanged at all would have been less work.
The only thing I can think of is if you were transferring, but I'm pretty sure when you transfer it, it resets it anyway. Which is fine.
I can do you one better. Just, if you have it that way, just do nothing with it.
Well, again, when it comes to transferring, they have to have the model set for wherever it's going. Or the sprites, which, not the hardest thing to do, mind you. It's still extra work. And I don't know what the...
Still keep
Listen, I don't know what the Pokemon team budget looks like.
Pokemon that have all the different forms and stuff just make things even more complicated.
Pikachu's got a lot... Listen, Pikachu's got a lot of hats. He's got to sell.
Yeah, well, there's that, but there's also the previous gen's Pokemon Alcremie, who has like 3 or 5 different versions of itself. All of them are literally just cosmetic.
All the forms plus the shiny, and then the toppings on top of it. So yeah, plus the individual way they have to make them. So that you're also coding that into existence.
I mean, it's basically just a more shameless version of what Spinda did.
True.
Well, Spinda was pure and utter random nonsense. This is like, no, you have to do it a specific way to get the specific kind you want.
How hard is it to code that versus coding something random?
Coding random is very easy, actually. You set a variable between this and this, and then place the item based on the integer. So it's actually very easy to do.
Oh, apparently Nuzlocke is my thing here.
That's not terrible. You're talking about the route right before Meteor Falls?
Yeah, 14 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm on this route, but I've been fighting all the trainers. I forgot what the actual number route is.
No, 114 by my numeration.
I hate poison.
Yeah.
Just stop doing that.
I'm sorry, I just love being gassed.
There's a lot to unpack there.
It's sarcasm is what it is.
Could leave that alone. I feel like we're learning a lot about you in today's recording session.
You are learning absolutely nothing.
And well, you know what? I wish I wasn't. Again, Chris, I highly recommend a water type over here, just because there's a lot of people with Geodudes when you get up on the rocks.
Oh, I'm not worried about those.
Oh, is it really no move item thing on?
I'm not really worried about it either. I'm just recommending a water or grass type.
That's fine. I mean, I started with a water type, didn't get much more OG than that.
True.
I'm just trying to hold him off until we get to a little closer to the fire gym. Well, I feel like I have to.
Well, I'm definitely going to be training up Skarmory now because having that steel resist is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, that'll serve you pretty well for a good amount of the gyms. Not Flannery, but...
I believe this doesn't all happen.
Yeah, not Flannery. Flannery is going to be absolute shit show if I try.
I believe this is all happening for a reason.
Delic is either going to have a very smooth time or a very tragic fall, and I'm kind of hoping it's the latter. Not out of hate, but for comedy and for content.
I'm expecting the latter is what I'm expecting.
I was going to say, like, you prefer the latter for content longevity.
I'm here for the entertainment. Besides, if I suffer, I want others to suffer. I'll make the whole world blind if I have to.
How Hammurabic of you.
Hmm.
Wait, Steel Resist flying moves too?
Yeah.
That is still a thing. What do you mean?
Like, it's one of those things I just forget. Like, I don't think I thought it would just be okay.
Unfortunately, Delek, a bird cannot beat an airplane.
Apparently, a bird can take down an airplane.
Only if it's many of them. Usually one won't do it by itself. Unless it hits it just right.
I think there was a case of an Australian black kite actually 1v1ing a helicopter and winning.
To be fair, Australia does not have a great track record when it comes to fighting birds.
No. Oh, yeah, with the emus. Yeah, no, this one, I forget the exact... I think it, like, flew into the rotor or something, crashed the helicopter, and killed the pilot. So I think the helicopter might have won the battle, but the Hawk won the war for damn sure.
Well, the Hawk died at the very least. At the very most, it's a tie.
Incidentally, I think Australian black kites are also known to like pick up burning coals and drop them on like grassy areas to actively start fires, just so they can catch any small animal running for its life.
I have heard of that. I don't remember if it was... I caught a Zubat in Meteor Falls, by the way. I think it was worth it.
Nice.
By the way, Delok, Zubat is not a bird. You know, just want to make sure you're educated on this. But yes, I had heard that fact before. I just didn't remember if it was that bird or another bird.
Yeah, Australian black kite, I think, and for that reason, locals know them as firehawks.
It's a pretty cool nickname.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that goes back quite a while. Like there were. Yeah, and that goes back a while. Apparently, there were records of them picking up the brands from indigenous cooking fires and doing the same thing.
So birds are pretty metal. I mean,
oh yeah, birds are absolutely insane.
I don't know if Chris probably knows, but Delok may or may not. And the audience probably, a good amount of you probably don't know. There's a type of bird, I want to say it's a starling, I can't remember, but there's a type of bird that will skewer its things on sharp objects, including like barbed wire if it can find some.
I remember hearing something about this.
Yeah, I forget. I think it's a starling,
Shit.
but I can't remember.
I forget the exact name, but yeah, it basically just finds like those thorn branches and just skewers its kill on them.
Not even thorn branches. Like there's people who like have this belief that if you put like spikes on certain ledges, it'll stop the birds from going on it. And these birds have weaponized those things to actually take down their prey.
Oh yeah, they'll use thorns, spikes, protruding nails. Like they just love impaling their dinner on it.
Well, I don't know about love, but it's an effective way to get it done.
Yeah, there's a what the hell is it called? I think it's like a Seriama. It's called a Seriama. It's like it'll walk around, like pick up something small like a snake or whatever it wants to eat, and actively like slam it down, like body slam it against a rock or a hard surface until the bones break, and then it'll go in and eat.
That's fucking disgusting in terms of brutality.
And it'll do it multiple times, like as many times as it takes for the animal to stop moving and for its body to be completely broken.
It's absolutely brutal. I mean, there's some animals that it's just silly when you see them. Like, I think it's a type of egret, and it's a bird with very long legs. I forget what, and it'll eat snakes. And the way it'll do it is just by stomping them.
Oh, that's a secretary bird.
Yeah, it's very funny to look at, but terrible if you're a snake.
Yeah, like Seriamas are the same way. Like you take one look at them, you're like, this isn't real. Like this is fake.
Yeah, birds are crazy. That's all I can really say.
Dude, you want to see a bird that looks like it shouldn't exist? Look at a shoe-billed stork.
That's what I was trying to think of. I was just thinking of that when you said that when it doesn't look like it's real. I thought of it. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, like a shoe-billed stork looks like an extra prop from an episode of Muppets.
It really doesn't look. It looks like an animatronic robot.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
It's 100% real, but the way it looks just looks fake.
Apparently, like, it doesn't sound anything like it should either.
I've heard it sound once in a recording, or of someone's recording of it.
I think it's normal, like the vocalization that it makes is a lot lower and deeper than it looks like it would be able to. But what it does is it'll actually click its beak together several times in rapid succession. Yeah, and it sounds like machine gun fire.
I would say it sounds the way when I heard it, it sounded like wood knocking.
Also that.
Either way, it is. First of all, animals are amazing. It's really cool, but also
Oh yeah,
super weird. Animals are weird.
they are that.
Delek, do you have any fun animal
Okay.
facts or questions that we may or may not be able to answer?
I actually remember there was like a specific type of carrion bird that they want to get at the marrow of like the bones, but they can't break them open. So what they would do is just pick them up and just like toss them on the rocks and just be able to get at the marrow that way.
I feel like
There's a type of. I know that there's a type of vulture. I think it might be called like the bearded vulture or something. Just straight up eats bones, like almost nothing but.
yeah, some vultures will do that. I don't think it's exclusive to that one.
Probably not, but I know that's one of the biggest offenders of that. Like it'll swallow whole bones and not give a shit.
When you have something that works for you, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh god damn it!
What happened?
So Soul Rock is going to be my Meteor Falls takeaway.
It could be worse. Like, well, not really.
Actually, I don't know what would be worse between it and Lunatone.
The two of them are pretty comparable. There's really not much difference. I think one's more special and one's more physical in terms of offense. I think every other stat's the same.
Either way, this thing is not going to be seeing the light of day.
Well, unless you absolutely need to use it. You never know.
By the way, Doc, I realized, I mean, from like an earlier conversation we were having, why do we have to worry about Metagross? We don't fight him.
I know. I realized that after we were saying it, but I didn't want to back down on what was said. Because remember, we don't fight Steven in this one, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Not unless we want to do a Soul Silver and we just do it for post game.
No,
But
we've been over this. The post game to Soul Silver is
I
basically
know we've been over this, but I will still say it.
no.
well, so much
Anyways,
for
it's a Swablu for me.
Oh, lucky.
so much for Soul Rock. Leech Seed might have been a bad move when headbutt critical hits.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I am just getting all the birds. Peter
Well,
would be so proud.
I am back in Roxanne's town. I forget what this place is called.
Rustboro.
Thank you. Finish up what you're doing real quick. You know what? Never mind. We'll just see you guys next time.
Later.
Okay, bye.